Hi there everyone, and welcome to Tech Ravers. I'm back again with yet another very exciting Steam Deck peripheral. It's the Cooling Dock Pro for Steam Deck by Unitek, and just like similar docks for gaming handhelds, this device lets you connect your console to a larger display, all while charging its battery and allowing you to connect the handheld to various USB peripherals. Except this one actually integrates an external thermoelectric cooling system as well, so potentially it can help keep your handheld's temperature more manageable even while you continue to play with it on the dock. Now, this is a very early version of the Cooling Dock Pro, and as you can see, it simply came to me in this white box with no branding on, except for the model number and this date that I think could be a manufacturing date. If you decide to get this dock yourself, you can probably expect the packaging to be a bit different. And as you can see, inside the box we find the dock itself and this USB Type-C cable. And that's it. Now, I understand that you want to know how well this performs in real-life tests, so without any further delay, let's jump into it. So I've been playing around in Miles Morales for a little while, and my Steam Deck has been on for the past 30 minutes or so, and as you can see, overall when it comes to my CPU and GPU temps, they stick around 82 to 87 or 88 degrees. This is a AAA PC game after all, so we need to use a higher TDP to make it run smoothly, and thus also raises the temperature in our Steam Deck internals. For indie games, it's obviously gonna be a lot cooler, but I thought I wanted to give this dock a real hard fight straight from the beginning. Now, first I want to show you how this dock works. I'm pointing my IR thermometer at the plastic here, and as you can see, we get a temperature of about 23 degrees. And when I'm pointing at the plate itself, you can see it's a few degrees cooler. But as soon as I turn it on, it immediately starts to drop in temperature, and it goes pretty fast as well, as you can see here. Thermoelectric cooling is not something new that Unitek invented. Small refrigerators and portable coolers for food and drinks have been using this tech for ages, and it's known to be useful to cool down smartphones as well. Now, Unitek claims that this can actually lower the temps of your Steam Deck by up to 20 degrees in just 5 minutes, and that of course sounds really extraordinary, but it's gonna be interesting to see how well it actually performs in reality. But before we get to the test results, I want to go through the dock itself. As you can see, the tilting cooling plate is fairly big, meaning it probably won't matter that much where on the back of your Steam Deck you place it, since it will cover a pretty big area anyway. But as always, you want to make sure that it covers as little of the fan exhaust as possible. On the front we have this RGB lights, which apparently change color randomly, and as far as I understand, they can't be changed manually. Between those lights we have two USB-A ports and one USB-C ports for peripherals like a mouse and keyboard or USB thumb drives or whatever. On the right here we find a button with a fan on, and this lets you turn the fan on and off as well as swap between high and low mode. It also has rubber in the stand so your Steam Deck will stay in place. If we continue to the back, we first have a 90-degree USB-C cable that you will plug into your Steam Deck. To the right of this cable is a USB-C port that you can plug a power bank into if you for some reason would like to use the cooling feature on the go. Monitors or other accessories attached to the base won't work though. Next to that we find another USB-C port with 100 watt power delivery, but remember that 45 watts is the Steam Deck's maximum. This is also where you will plug in your wall adapter, but do note the standard power supply that you get with your Steam Deck is only 45 watt, and the cooling power of this product needs about 15 watts on its own. This means that the standard 45 watt power supply is not enough for the Steam Deck and the cooling device to work at the same time. So when using the 45 watt power supply, you will need to connect a separate external USB power bank or adapter to the USB-C port for power banks that I talked about earlier. If you have a third-party power supply greater than 61 watt, however, this product will automatically deduct 15 watts for the cooling system. Next to that, we have our two video output options. These ports include a HDMI 2.1 and a DisplayPort 1.4, allowing you to hook up monitors up to 8K at 60Hz and 4K at 120Hz. The dock actually supports multi-stream transport with the Steam Deck in Linux desktop mode, allowing you to connect multiple monitors, but do note note that if you're using both the HDMI and the DisplayPort slots, you can't use the maximum 8K at 60Hz and 4K at 120Hz. The system will restricting you to a dual 4K at 60Hz or dual 8K at 30Hz. But honestly, that's still pretty good for a handheld game console and probably more than you will ever need. Lastly, to the right of these ports, we find the Gigabit Ethernet port for a stable internet connection. Underneath the dock, you can see that my unit here is missing the rubber feet that will keep it from slipping on your desk, but the final version of this dock will have those. But now let's finally look at some real-life testing of this dock. My Steam Deck is quite hot now, as it has been running for quite some time, so let's see what happens when we power on the cooling system. The fan of the dock is on high mode and the CPU and GPU on my Steam Deck is around 85 to 89 degrees. Now I'm gonna let this run for about 5 minutes and let's see what happens. Well, this was awkward. While I was filming the first test, the battery to my camera actually died. But if we take a brief look at the footage from the part that was actually filmed, we can see a very so slight difference to the temperature, averaging around 81 to 87 degrees, down from 85 to almost 90 degrees. But of course I decided to redo the test, and this time I also thought I would come back and move my Steam Deck to see if it helped lowering the temps. Note that I have also restarted my Steam Deck, so the temps that you see now is a bit lower than before, averaging around 80 to 85 degrees. Alright, so about 15 minutes have passed now and I have moved my Steam Deck a few times as well, and honestly, not much has changed at all. I was hoping of course to see a few degrees drop down. I guess it's because the plastic of the back case is so thick it won't do much. Well, overall that was kind of disappointing. I will give the benefit of the doubt however, since Miles Morales is one of those games that will really push your Steam Deck to the max. I will keep testing this dock with a few other lighter games to see if I get different results, and I will keep you updated on that. But let me know, what do you think? Are these kinds of thermoelectric cooling systems any good? Let me know in a comment down below, and if this video helped you out, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.